Hey everyone, I'm going to be showing you the solution for a Codeforces problem named boring apartments. So here's how the problem goes. I'm just going to read it out. So there's 10,000 apartments, number from 1 through 10,000, and it's boring if all the numbers consist of the same digits. So um, 1, 11, you can see the examples there. And it also counts the signal digits, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are all boring numbers as well. And it calls all of them, and once one of them picks up, he stops there, and you want to find out how many digits he's pressed. So, for example, if he stops at 1000, 1111, then it would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, that's how many digits he pressed. Because it's just the length of the digits, and then he just adds them together, right? So, and yeah, that's pretty much the problem. So we could scroll down here, see the input. So we have the number of test cases as usual, and the apartment number that we have. So, for example, 22, and it can shows us. So it calls 1, 11, 111, and all the way to 22, and then you basically just add all of these, right? And you can already see a pattern here. So it's just increasing number all the way to 4, and then it keeps going until it reaches the number. And basically the way I approached this is I was finding the first number of the number given. So let's say 22, right? It's going to be, because we already know the sum of the ones that have already been counted. So for example, let's say it's like 33, right? So there's already going to be 30 presses, because one level, for one level, of the tens place is going to be 10, because you can see here, every single 10 is going to be 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equals 10, and then that's already one level of the apartment. Okay? And basically what I want to do is find the first number and then multiply it by the sum of the rest of the number. Okay? So here, let me just write it out for you. It's going to be a bit easier once I explain it. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. So we have our test cases, right? It's going to be equal to t int input, and then we're also going to have our total, which we'll define later in our for loop. So for I in range of t, we're going to iterate through t times, so total equals 0, and then we're also going to have first number, which we're going to add later, and then we're also going to have our apartment number, which is going to be, let's just call it n, and we're going to make this a string because we have to get the first number of this apartment number. So let's just say first is equal to int of n, right? And then we're just going to make this an integer now, since we don't need the first number anymore. Okay? And basically here's what we're going to do. I'm going to find the sum of the numbers, where we're going to have the length of the number also. So, and then we're going to add it by what I said before, the numbers of the first. So you can see back here how it's going to work. It's just basically going to be the length of n plus 1, because we don't want 0 in there, so it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's going to be length of the number. So for example, let's say the length is 2, it's going to be 1 plus 2, because that's how many it's going to be once it crosses that threshold of the tens digit. So it's just going to be that. So it's just going to, let me just show you real quick. It's going to be total, which we're going to increment this, and it's going to be the sum of the list and range, and this is just basically creating a sequence, which we've seen before. So 1 plus 2, there we go, and then we're also going to have 10 times first number minus 1. Okay, that's going to be a total. We just add that to our results list. Results here. Just add it. and then we just print it out. And yeah, that's basically it. So we can see here, um, that's how I solved it, and you can see it's got accepted. Show you the submission, which I did it. Sorry if I didn't explain it really well, but it made more sense in my head. Hopefully this helped you just a tiny bit. I know I didn't explain it really well, but hopefully you guys learned something from it anyways.